to another video. This one is going to be more chill. We're going to be having a talk. We're going to kind of get to know the basics. We're going to get to know each other. We're going to get to understand some things in life. We're going to get to know about ourselves as a spiritual being. We're going to get to know about ourselves as a human being, an emotional being, all these kinds of things. We're going to talk about it today. So before we begin, a quick few things. I'm outside. There's flies. There's heat. I've got a fan going, so forgive the noise. I was in a mood to film, but it is ungodly hot. I had a cute setup. I had the hat. I had a nice shirt. But I had to have a reality check with myself and be like, it's not happening. It's not. We're gonna just tank top and hair up. Let's just dive right in. Okay, we're gonna start off first with grounding ourselves. We're just going to arrive at this moment. Go ahead and close your eyes. Start to notice your breath. Notice if your shoulders are hunched. Try and relax them. Notice if your jaw is clenched, or if you've got your fist clenched, or whatever you're holding the tension in your body. Just go ahead and release it now. Take one breath in, breathing in that light from source, creator, the earth, wherever feels right. And exhale it in, down to the earth. So you're envisioning that you are inhaling from the earth, light, and exhaling it back into the earth, so that way Mother Gaia can transmute any energy that is not wanted for us. So go ahead and do that for 3 rounds. Inhaling light and exhaling whatever color you envision as stagnant energy. So it could be dark, it could be black, it could be a deep purple, it could be, whatever color. And bring in the light and exhale the dark. One more time. Breathe in light and exhale dark. Now as you feel your body arrive at this moment, and know that we can set intention anywhere we need to, even though we can't go outside and physically ground sometimes. We can ground with our breath, and we can ground with our intention. All right, so now that we have grounded and we are present and ready, I've got my notes right here, because we are going to talk today about coming home and what is a spiritual awakening. So I thought about making this little mini series because I really want to reach out and to connect with people and communities and just others that are just beginning this spiritual journey. And what I mean by beginning, what I mean by beginning this spiritual journey is the fact that you have an understanding finally of that I'm a spiritual being living a human existence. There's got to be more to life. So that was my thing. It's before I understood and before I awakened to my soul essence, I was like, there's got to be more to this than life. There's got to be more than just waking up, being angry, waking up, being burnt out. There's got to be something else, because this is terrible, So I was off the path. And so we're going to go ahead and kind of demystify this spiritual awakening. Awakening is simply remembering who you really are, that you are a soul having a human experience. Like I said, awakening is just remembering who you really are. The next key point. It is not about becoming more spiritual than others, but about living more aligned and more compassionate. So that one's a good one, because once you get started on the spiritual journey, it is easy to get caught up in the fact that you get this mindset, and that's the ego. We'll discuss that at a later date. But the ego is I'm on a spiritual journey and you are living not aligned with my beliefs, is what we're gonna, is what you may be feeling and thinking, but that's not how it's gonna come out. Is It's just the fact that when you are remembering who your soul is actually, that it's much easier to follow what you enjoy, to follow your light, to have more compassion for others, and realize that it's not, you can't go around saying, oh, well, you haven't spiritually awoken yet and you're just not aligned. You're not aligned on your life path. It is really, really, really detaching and releasing from those stories, that thinking I'm, higher because I'm on my spiritual path. That's not what it's about. It's really understanding that everybody has their own unique path, and who am I to say that you are not on your path? And maybe they don't awaken in this lifetime, but yet again, I encourage and push you to question yourself and challenge yourself to say, but what if that is their path? I'm not going to know what your path looks like. We are not going to understand everybody else's path, because that'd be way too much for us to understand. It is so unique to each one of us, and that is where we have compassion with others, that if that's how they want to live their life, boom, you're good to go. Not gonna attach to it, not gonna try and force you to conform to my beliefs. It's not gonna fly like that. So the last key point is the common signs that you might be spiritually awakening to your soul and remembering who you are is the heightened sensitivity to energy. That could look like getting chills, or just physically feeling the shifts in energy. For me, it's a bodily symptom, and our bodies are absolutely amazing at giving us keys and clues on energy and messages and all that kind of stuff. That's, again, a whole other tangent, but that's another sign that you may be spiritually awakening to your soul's remembrance. Another one is questioning your old beliefs. Really, when you start to, it's going to come as like questioning yourself. You're like, do I really believe that truly? For example, making money, it's got to be hard. It's got to involve hard work, long hours, really, really, stressing yourself out and putting some heavy work to it. That's an old belief that you may be like, I don't really know if I feel like aligned with that. Like, it doesn't sit right with me. When things just don't sit right with me anymore, or then they don't sit right with you anymore, that's a clue that you're questioning old beliefs, and that's good. It's good to question everything, even what I'm saying right now. Question things, because then it pushes your boundaries and it pushes you to really get right with your beliefs, and then it helps you align internally to your soul and your soul's remembrance. The last thing that may be a common symptom or sign that you are spiritually awakening is yearning for a deeper purpose. So when you have that pull and that calling to, like, I want something more out of life. Like, I want to go deeper. I don't just want to be a teacher at a school, burn out there, come home, feel dreaded to come home because I have responsibilities at home. Maybe you want to be a teacher. I want that deeper purpose of, like, enjoying my life, enjoying that job, enjoying what I do, coming home, finding a way to decompress, finding healthy ways to decompress, understanding myself better. It's all about, doesn't have to mean like you have to quit your job for your spiritual awakening. It's just that your soul is wanting more depth to everything you do. All right, to round out this mini series, I'm going to show you a cool tip that you can do whenever you may be feeling these symptoms, or if you're wanting to do a little check-in with yourself. This will help you connect back to your soul, and it'll help the process of awakening go more smoothly, or just to begin to deepen even further. So what you can do is you can go ahead and close your eyes. This can be done in 1 minute, so don't fret. Don't worry, we're not going to go into a full deep meditation. I want you to sit up straight, straighten your spine. Feel your sit bones, whether you're sitting crisscross or feet down, that's fine. Just begin to breathe. Take conscious breaths in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. And feel your body. Put your hand on your heart. And just feel where your body's at this moment. Notice what she is feeling, what she is asking for. Just take a second here. Maybe you're just paying attention to your breath. Noticing that maybe your body feels a little jittery, or maybe she feels a little ungrounded, or maybe she just feels tired. That's fine too. Just take a second to check in with your body and check in with yourself. And offer your body 3 conscious breaths or more. Just breathing here, letting your body know I am a safe place to land. And you can repeat that over and over. I am a safe place to land. And then you can open your eyes and you can go about your day. Use this 1 minute, 2 minute check-in to connect back with your body, connect back with your soul, with your light, and to just check in and see how your body and your soul and your essence and how your energy is feeling at that moment. And that will help you connect the dots whenever you're trying to understand this remembrance and trying to understand of what your aligned life looks like. Thank you for joining me today as our episode 1 of Demystifying the Spiritual Experience. This one we talked about all the good things in spiritual awakening, and that the fact that a spiritual awakening doesn't have to be just for yogis and gurus and the crystal carriers. It can be for the mama, it could be for the dad, it could be for grandma, okay? We are all souls just trying to live our human experience. Thank you for joining me. Y'all have a wonderful day.